Alright, Exiles, it's getting juicy. The 11th League breach is upon us. So this was released 2.50. At the end of 2016, it implemented map mod changes. They added like 10 different map mods. Essence went core, DirectX 11 support, and melee targeting was vastly improved in this expansion. The Xana mods were Onslaught Bloodlines, Beyond Warband's Ambush Parandus. Then, in the 10th League, it introduced Breach Rings, Val Breach, Splinters, Breach Stones, and Blessings. In this league, there were breaches that appeared in zones. Approaching a breach opened a parallel realm containing otherworldly monsters. Sounds like another favorite of Beyond, right? The breach continued to expand as more breach monsters were killed until it eventually collapsed. Splinters drop from enemies within the breach, which can be combined into breach stones to challenge the breach lord in their realm. So the reason the uniques weren't listed is because there's a ton of them. I'm gonna go ahead and hide myself for just a second so you can kind of take a look at all these. So for Zoff, we have Zoff's Inception, the Formless Flame, Zoff's Heart. Then there's an upgrade of every single one of these as well. Tolls has Tollborn, the Snowbind Grace, and the Halcyon, I think is how you would pronounce that. Ash had Hand of Thought and Motion, Ash's Mirror, Voice of the Storm. Alnatoll's Domain had Alnatoll's Kiss, the Infinite Pursuit, Anticipation. Choila's Domain had Severed in Sleep, Skin of the Loyal, the Red Dream, the Green Dream, and the Blue Dream. So tons of uniques. And then there's an upgraded version of every single one of these. I just didn't want to take up like 3 slides just in uniques for this league. So for Breach, Wiki link as normal for the league, also for the Breach mechanic. And as far as the categories are concerned, Splinters and Blessings are technically currency, Map Fragments are technically Breach Stones. Reception and implementation. Breach was received overwhelmingly positive. It is still considered one of the player favorite leagues, and it of course was implemented. The variety of in-game Blade Flurry, which, okay, let me just take a second to talk about Old Blade Flurry in case you did not get to experience Old Blade Flurry. So Old Blade Flurry had about 3 times the radius, so it was almost the entire screen without AoE scaling that was covered. It was faster channeling, and it had much higher damage than it has now. So it was like the first Winter Orb, where mechanically it just felt amazing to play, and then on top of it, it had really good damage. So it's a weird thing, like Blade Flurry now, like they could scale the damage through the roof and it doesn't matter, because mechanically it's nowhere near what it used to be. If it was Old Blade Flurry, where it basically like just would blow up the whole screen, then what they would have to do is it would be in the same place Winter Orb is, where it can never be in like the top 10 of damage, because if it ever was, you immediately would never play anything else, because mechanically it feels so good to play Blade Flurry that there's just no reason to play anything else, because it feels that good to play. And it's so buttery smooth. So we're really gonna, like, I miss that. That was so cool. Plus, it added a whole bunch of new build diversity that was enabled off the new uniques that were created for this league. Even though I kind of went on like a little tear about Blade Flurry, as you can tell, these are getting much quicker as we are wrapping up into the season, single leagues. I hope you enjoy your day, Exile, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.